What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
So I say we must clean the
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing salutations, as always, to the hopeful elect, the sincere, Akim, and Akwath. Listening and learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahushai, occupying the prophecies until all is fulfilled. So, back with more world ending news, all right? And, as you just saw in this opening clip, George H.W. Bush, the father of George Bush, right? This was back in, 1991. And he spoke of a new world order to achieve what? Basically, world peace. Now, this is what these nations are posturing themselves to bring about on the earth, all right? Because there's been talks of the NWO for decades, all right? But now is the appointed time, because we're at the end of this world. Now is the appointed time for these devils to bring forth their enterprise. You see? This is Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. All right, so these heathen, because this NWO is nothing more than a second attempt at unifying all nations under one banner. All right, this is nothing more than a revival of the Tower of Babel, where all nations, they were united under one language. You see, they had one religion. That you see, they were all on one accord. And this is what you see these nations doing today. They're all trying to come together to achieve peace and unity and come together under, one religion. All right. They're trying to unify themselves against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because these heathen know that they're at the end, and that ultimately their fate is going to be being slaves, servants, and handmaids to the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven. See, these heathen know that our kingdom is coming. So this is why the scriptures say, why do the heathen rage, right? And imagine a vain thing, because the vain thing they imagine is that they're going to have dominion over the earth forever, that they're never going to be enslaved to the Israelites, that they're never going to receive judgment for what they have done to the Lord's chosen people. But they sadly mistaken. Okay, that's why I say the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel. All right, these we'll get into it, but these UN councils and these summits of the future meetings that they having together, right? This is against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because the Lord is not with all nations coming together. All right, the Lord is not with a one world government. You see, the Lord is not with that, man. That's why it says in verse 3, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords. This is nothing more than the heathen trying to escape their judgment. All right, they don't want to be slaves to the Israelites. See, they don't want to be subjected to servitude, man. All right, but that's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that's what's going to happen. So these meetings and council that they be having, it's all in vain. All right, but they're doing this to fulfill biblical prophecy, whether they know it or not. You see, so you heard, George W. Bush, and he came out and said it in 91, but this been the plan. Like, this has been in the works. You see, we're just at a time now where, they're finally dropping that hammer, if you will. All right. This is no longer barbershop talk. This is no longer a conspiracy. No, this is real. Things about to change on a big scale. The world, what you know it now, the fashion of it is passing away as it is written. All right. This is an article from the People's Voice. The UN lays the foundation for a new world order. All right. The UN has just adopted the Pact for the Future, which will lay the foundation for what they call a new global order. The Pact for the Future was adopted on September 22nd, and the mainstream media in the Western world almost entirely ignored the news. And of course they do. They don't want people waking up to the fact that all the ills that they're experiencing in society is due to the fact that the elites are transitioning into a global world order. They don't want you to know that, right? They want to continue to lie to you, pull the wool over your eyes, and tell you that these things that people were spoken of, were speaking Salakia in times past, that these people are crazy, they're bugged out, they don't know what they're talking about. But look at what they got going on. This is from the UN. What? The United Nations. And these United Nations, Jake is not included in this, man. All right, these are all heathen nations. You see? Jake don't have a seat at the table in these UN meetings, man. All right? Jake is on the back burner. And let's go to Psalm 83, because these are the enemies of Yahweh Bashmel Shai that are taking counsel together, right? Psalms 83 in verse 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Now let's go into that word tumult real quick, right? The word tumult, right? The word tumult, it means a loud, confused noise, especially one caused by a large mass of people, turmoil. Okay, so these nations, man, they're making a loud noise. Okay, lifting up the head. You see, they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together, the UN meetings, the summit of the future, right? They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Don't the scriptures say, can two walk together lest they be agreed? So all these nations are on one accord. See, they all agree on one thing, and that is to overcome Yahweh Bashmel Shai and to destroy the Israelites. You see, they are confederate. Now let's see who the enemies of the Lord are. Let's see who's named here. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom, right? So notice how Edom, Esau, the so-called white race, all right, they're the first nation mentioned, all right, of all the nations. So they're the chief house, all right? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see, so Esau, he's the ringleader for all these nations, if you will. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs of Moab, the so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, a tribe of Ham, the so-called Africans, right? 7, Gebal and Ammon, and Amalek, okay? Gebal and Ammon, Japanese, so-called Japanese Amalek, or the so-called small hats, the people that's in the land of Israel today, the Philistines, and with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. So all these nations, notice how you don't see Jake mentioned in here. Okay, of course, because Jake is beloved of the Lord. But these are the heathen that's taking counsel against Yahweh Bashmel Shai. All right, the heathen came together to take down the Israelites, man, to take down the kingdom of heaven. This is their inward desire. This is why they're having these meetings and summits and stuff like that, man, because they know what time it is, right? Reading on, unfortunately, most people have never ever heard about the pact for the future, and therefore there was very little public debate about whether or not we should be adopting a document which lays the foundation for a new world order. The text of the pact of the future is available online, but hardly anyone will ever read it. And many of the most important provisions are buried toward the end of the page 56 document. 56-page document. Of course, everyone should take the time to actually read this document, because our leaders are committed to and have just committed us to an extremely insidious global agenda that literally covers just about every conceivable area of human activity. And that includes buying and selling, okay? Which is going to lead to the MOTB. All right. So you false prophets out there, all right, you listen, man. The Lord is about to expose a lot of phonies in Israel, man. All right. You taught against the MOTB. You're not telling your people, you're not telling your congregation that the NWO is being set up on this earth. You're telling your congregation to prosper in this society. The Lord is going to deal with you, man, because you ain't been warning the people of the truth. Okay. You haven't been telling, you have not been warning the people, thus saith the Lord, man. All right, but you're feeding them doctrine according to your own belly, which is of this world. You see? So the Lord is going to deal with you Israelites out there for that, man. Mainly you Israelite leaders, all right, that have gone astray, false prophets, man. You see? Ravening wolves is what you are. All right? So meanwhile, while all these distractions are being thrown out in your face, Diddy's adrenochrome ring busted. You see, which we already know about all this stuff, man, but they putting this out there on Front Street, and this just happened, right? They just had a meeting in the UN to lay out destruction, to lay down the foundation for a totalitarian, completely draconian system in which you will have nothing. You see, this is what's going on. French President Emmanuel Macron calls for new world order. So all these, and notice who it is, Esau. All right. So these devils, man, they're at the forefront of this NWO. The other nations are following suit, but who's at the forefront? It's the Edomite. Okay. And they're calling for this NWO. French President Emmanuel Macron, has called for a new international order in the wake of the ongoing war in Ukraine. He says that he wants to reform. He wants to reform the current unjust world order. Which who made this current world order unjust? Well, it's you goddamn Edomites. But see, as we always tell you, this is the problem, action, solution. See, they caused the problem, then they want to bring the new order about, right? Because everything that's unjust within the earth is because of the Edomite, man. Because you are the wicked. But this is now your solution to the problem that you created, right? Unjust world order so that humans can coexist more peacefully, which the Lord ain't with everybody coexisting. Okay, the Lord is only for the Israelites, man. And you heathen, the scriptures say that the heathen are as nothing, that they are less than nothing, man. You see? As a matter of fact, since I quoted that, let me just bring it out, man. That's Isaiah 40, Salakia. Let me pull this up in Isaiah 40. And bear with me one moment, Israel. Isaiah 40th chapter. Bear with me one moment. Let's go. Isaiah 40 and verse 15. It says, "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as every little thing, as a very little thing, Salak. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing in vanity." You see that? So the Lord don't give a damn about these other nations, man. The Lord is only dealing with the Israelites, okay? And on this side, more specifically, the elect of Israel, right? The remnant See, so the Lord don't give a damn about these heathen and what they got going on, but they talking about everybody coming together. They ain't talking about coming together with you Israelites because they're against you. They talking about the collective heathen coming together to what? To overcome the judgment of the Lord and to cast the cords of Yahweh Bashmel Washai from themselves, man, to free themselves from slavery and captivity to the Israelites. Right? He outlined his vision on Sunday while speaking at the International Meeting for Peace, organized by the Catholic Saint Egidio community in Paris. We must be imaginative enough to think about the peace of tomorrow, a peace in Europe in a new form, the French leader said, adding that the, quote, new reality requires the construction of a new international order. So we get the point, all right? All these Western leaders, they're calling for this NWO because they see that the writing is on the wall. Okay, they see that the Lord is bringing judgment to these heathen, that he's confounding them. All right, that he's bringing difficulty to their enterprise, man. All right, and let's go here, right? Let's go to Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20 and verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, which are the Israelites, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. So this man not gonna have no peace, man. Okay, Esau not gonna have no peace because he has rudely afflicted the Israelites, the apple of the Lord's eye. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, which the fullness of his sufficiency is establishing that NWO. In his mind, finally overcoming the Israelites and finally overcoming Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So just when this devil, and you know, as a matter of fact, it's happening right now. Just when this devil think that he about to accomplish his enterprise of establishing a global world order, it says what? Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You see? The wrath of the Lord is coming upon this man. All right? Everybody's rising up against him, calling him out, is being the devil. All right? Protests are going on. It's seditions among men. You know, they're attacking politicians. Why? Because they see that this NWO is in full effect. But ultimately, the Lord going to disappoint this man. All right, he's going to upset his agenda. You see, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bolt of steel shall strike him through. So this man ultimately going to be destroyed at the end of all this. All right, but the Lord's going to allow Esau to get to a certain point. Okay, the Lord going to allow Esau to roll out the microchip, which is the MOTB. All right, he's going to allow Esau to establish this digital system. He's even going to allow Esau to a degree to get this NWO off the ground, but it's not going to be fully realized. Okay, he just set up Esau to bring the hour of temptation on the earth, to bring about World War III, and to push that MOTB. Then the end is going to come. All right, because they're going to establish this NWO out of chaos, right? They're going to establish this NWO out of chaos, and that's really Esau's, left-hand prophecy. Okay, because don't the scriptures say that through much tribulation shall we enter the kingdom? Well, guess what? Esau, he got that same philosophy on the left-hand side. Okay, order out of chaos. All right, through much tribulation. So Esau, he gonna cause famine. All right, he gonna cause you to lose your job. He gonna cause you to lose all hope. Right? And you entering into the kingdom is entering into his NWO. His completely draconian system, man. This man is truly the devil. Okay? This is Esau's version of the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Which is wickedness. All right? Oh, man. The scriptures are beautiful, man. You see? Verse 27. No, Salakia. Verse 26. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Okay, so ultimately the Lord, he going to raise up a standard against Esau, Edom, and all these nations really. Okay, but mainly Esau, because Esau is the ringleader for all these other nations. All right, but right now the heaven is revealing this devil's iniquity, all of his evil works. and the earth is rising up against them. All these judgments, okay, all these diseases coming forth. You see, the Lord confounded this man at every turn. All right, this man is in straits right now. He's in a position of difficulty. All right, the left hand spirits ain't really communicating with Esau like that no more. That's why he moving sloppy like how he is. Right. Verse 29, this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. You see that? So this is destruction. Okay, hence why the Edomites, okay, they're the vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction. Okay, Esau, the son of perdition, he was made to be destroyed. Okay, he was given the blessing of the sword by his father Isaac. All right, and the scriptures say what? He that lived by the sword shall die by the sword, right? All right, so he was set up since the very beginning. This man was tailor-made to be destroyed, and it's almost that time for this devil to be taken out of here. You know, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Shai. Now, like I made the point earlier of this NWO that they calling for being connected to the Tower of Babel. This is Genesis 11 and verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city in a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. So just like in the Tower of Babel, okay, they had that NWO going. Okay, they had all nations united under one banner, right? Peace and safety, right? You know, this UN, okay, the Pact for the Future, laid a foundation for what they call a global order. Okay, all nations coming together in an order that is against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, and back then all the nations came together in wickedness to build a tower that reached unto heaven, that they could stab the Most High in the heart. All right, that was their true desire. See, verse 7, Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. This is what the Lord is doing right now. See, these heathen nations, they have it in their mind to where they're gonna come against the Lord. But see, just like how the Lord confounded the language back in the days of Nimrod, all right, as we just read in Job 20, he shall be in straits. Okay, now the Lord is about to confound these damn devils, man. All right, and really, he's gonna have them destroy each other with this battle of Armageddon, with this World War III. You see, so it's not gonna go as smooth as they think it's gonna go. Like I said, man. You know, they're going to have some success, but they're not going to get that NWO fully off the ground, if you will, okay? The standard going to be raised up against them for the sake of the elect, okay? Verse 8, So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon all the face of the earth. And we live in today in modern day Babylon the Great, okay, which means confusion. Babel means confusion. So this land of great confusion, which is known as America, okay, Babylon the Great in the scriptures, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, okay, this place going to be destroyed, man. All right, the Lord going to bring judgment to this place, and it can't come soon enough. You see, so these vain, you know, so all this vain talk that these heathen are having, it's not gonna happen, man. Okay, the Lord gonna disappoint all these heathen, all right, because this is the end of the time of the Gentiles, man. All right, and ultimately they go into slavery. Psalm chapter 2 and verse 8, it says, Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. Okay, just like how we read in Psalm 83, all the enemies of the Lord, which are the heathen are as nothing before the Lord. You see, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. See, this is what these heathen are trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go back to Psalm, the 2nd chapter, it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Okay, they don't want to be bound to the Israelites. They don't want to be in a hardcore captivity, as we're going to read on. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. You see, so in the kingdom, these heathen, they're going to be under a rigorous rule. Okay, that's what it means that thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Okay, these heathen going to be made to work. All right, when you think about the tabernacle of David, what did King David do when he subdued the heathen nations? He put their ass to work, man. Okay, the heathen was working under King David and King Solomon. Okay, he had the heathen subjected. This is what they don't want again, man. So they trying to come up some other way. You see, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. You see, so Yahweh Shemel Shai is bringing the judgment on these heathen, man. But you see, this should let you Israelites know, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we at the end game. All right, playtime is over, man. Like this current world that you knew and that you loved is through. See, new things is coming in the earth. Big things are about to happen. Major changes are coming. So repent and get yourself right while you still got the time. With that, I'm going to go ahead and close out here. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect. Kum Yasha'Allah and Abba Ba. Shalom.